Morning, Steve Ray in Chicago with a morning comments. Well, Tuesdays are usually numbers day, and we certainly got a lot of numbers yesterday. First of all, as far as the crop conditions are, 41% of the corn harvest is done with 62% of the beans. That means that there's 1.4 billion bushels of beans and 8.4 billion bushels of corn still yet to be harvested. I think that a lot of people are confused why there was no soybean ratings. USDA stops putting out ratings once 50% of a crop is harvested. They did show a 2% increase in corn ratings, and most of that was in Illinois. So the advanced harvest is bringing in a little bit better yields maybe than what it looked like, but the key remains the last 20 or 30% of the harvest in both corn and beans and what those yields are going to be. As far as weather is concerned here in the United States, so it's wet across the eastern part of the U.S. A snowstorm is expected to move across parts of Kansas, Iowa, maybe up into northwest Illinois, southern Wisconsin. So we'll just kind of see how much snow falls and if that impacts things. It's been talked about that in like the Dakotas, especially North Dakota where it snowed, farmers that got into the field, especially beans early, got good yields. When they went into the fields after the snow, the yields were down. And so we'll just kind of see how much impact that has. We also noted that wheat exports are running 23% ahead of a year ago. USDA is talking about a 2% increase. Corn 60% behind versus USDA is talking about an 8% drop. And beans are 9% ahead, and USDA is talking about a 2% increase. So, you know, our contracts here in Chicago are based on export markets. And so if we see declining demand, whether it's because of prospects of good South American crops or because our prices may be too high versus competitors, that these numbers actually could drop and the carryouts could actually go up. The big question is, you know, what is the government going to say eventually for final corn numbers and bean numbers here in the U.S.? I think if we have a 100 million bushel drop in corn and 20 beans, that's not going to be supportive to prices. If we have a 600 million bushel drop in corn and 50 million bushels of beans, I think beans could and corn could make new highs. So we'll have to kind of watch that pretty closely and see. Cash basis still remains firm, especially in corn, because of the late harvest and because the farmers really aren't selling. And there's talk about enough storage on the farm in the Midwest to kind of put the crop in, and farmers wait for higher prices. And we still are struggling with quality, especially with corn being as wet as it is and trying to get it dried down. As far as South America is concerned, the big news is Argentina pulled most of their FOB offers beyond Nova in December based on the uncertainty surrounding the new administration if they're going to put export taxes on grain and oil seeds. Whether it's South America, Brazil needs some rains across the northern and central areas. Some rains are forecasted for the southern areas, but November looks like they should have normal rains. And we'll be watching southern Argentina to see if they also get rains. Funds yesterday, sellers of wheat, corn, they bought some beans, meal, and sold some oil. We're estimating them to be long 11,000 wheat, short 88,000 corn, and long 69,000 beans, and see how they want to push those positions as we get into the month of November. Right now we've got corn down a penny, we've got wheat up 2 cents, and beans are down 3 cents, and we've got the dollar higher. Crude is lower, stocks are opening lower, and gold is also lower. The President of the United States said on Monday that he will sign a significant part of Phase 1 of the trade deal with China in November, and said he will take care of U.S. farmers. China wants to cancel some existing tariffs and planned tariffs in return to buy U.S. ag purchases. So again, it looks to me like the market that's long bean, short corn thinks that beans will be concluded in the new deal, whereas corn and corn products will not be. So that might be a key on any further move as far as bean and corn prices are concerned. As always, these are my thoughts and not those of ADM or ADM Investor Services. Have a safe and profitable trading day.